Welcome back to the 393 Legacy of Gorilla podcast, and it is homecoming week, and the hallways are full of energy and excitement, and we'll get to Mr. Carlos Duran here in a minute and visit with him a little bit about homecoming, and in fact, we have royalty, or up for royalty in front of me right now, so it'll be an extra special week to talk to him, but a little bit of a preview of next week and everything that's going on. So we actually have an event that's not on the calendar, just scheduled the other day, which is we're at home on Monday for junior high volleyball. A, B, and C, all of those will begin on Monday versus Bennington here. So come out and support junior high girls volleyball only. And then we have a chance to check out our cross-country team locally next Tuesday, and they will be at Southeast Saline, so right out there. Beautiful area for them to go out there and run, so go support our runners there. Our volleyball is at Peabody Burns, and so they get on the road a little bit there. Our junior high football and volleyball then next Thursday. We are at Hope for Rural Vista for volleyball and football versus them. And then finally, we on Friday wrap up Friday Night Lights in Claflin against Central Plains next week. And so it's an exciting week here though today, or I should say all week, not just today. As we're recording this, it's Twin Day. Who is your twin today?
I didn't dress up today.
What? You're a king candidate even, Carlos?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Tomorrow, what's tomorrow? Dress, your favorite college day, is that tomorrow? One of those is coming up, but is it? I don't know. What is tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
I don't remember what tomorrow is. Yeah. What's your favorite college? And so we'll get to that question in a minute, what your favorite college is. But Carlos, welcome to the show, and tell us a little bit about yourself and your family.
So I've been here for 4 years now. I play basketball. I do golf. I started football first year playing this year.
Yes, and you should have done all 4 years. I never thought you'd see a guy who plays basketball for 3 years and he steps on the football field and becomes a whole different person and personality. And so it was cool to see you out there for the last couple of weeks. So it's something you should have been doing a long time, but glad you're out this year for sure. Yeah. You got to give a shout out to your mom. You're forgetting about your mom.
Oh, yeah, shout out to my mom.
And what's her name? Her
name's Shannon Briggs.
There you go. See, give a shout out. Absolutely. Your mom's great. So you want to make sure you recognize her. You've been here for 4 years. And as we go through every single podcast, we sort of talk about some of the memories. So tell me about some of your memories in the 4 years you've been here at Solomon.
My favorite memory, probably state basketball from freshman year.
Yeah. You hit a few big shots in those games.
Yeah, I did.
Coming off the bench there and doing a great job. And so, man, time goes fast, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's senior year. You're up for Homecoming King this Friday, and so that's exciting, a little bit different, right? Looking forward to that?
Yeah, pretty exciting.
There you go. As you also look back, you always, not just these 4 years, there might be a teacher here at Solomon who you want to give a shout out to, I hope, and then, or a coach, and then as well, when you were over attending the school to the west of us, over there in Salina, I bet there's a few teachers over there that had an impact on you as well. So now's a chance in that segment to give a shout out to those who mean so much to you.
I'll say Mr. Stein, just because my first year here, he kind of broke me out of my shell. So
yeah, that's a good one for sure. Anybody in Salina? Anybody in elementary school or anywhere that you were? Because they listen too. It goes everywhere, not just here in Solomon.
I'll say my third grade teacher, Miss Syme at Oakdale Elementary. Yeah, she was really nice to me all the time. So
is that right? Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. She'll love to hear that. So that's a cool thing. And so will Mr. Stein as well. As we transition into you, looking at what next year might look like for you and where you might go. More important than that is, what do you want to do when you leave here? When you walk across that stage, what does Carlos want to do in the future?
College somewhere. I don't know. Probably K-State, but not sure what I want to do yet.
And study in what? What do you want to study?
I'm not sure yet.
Nothing.
Yeah.
What's your favorite class at Solomon?
I wouldn't say I have a favorite.
not necessarily a favorite.
Yeah.
Apologize for the background noise as I looked up there to make sure everybody was okay. Heard a little bit of yelling in the hallways. It's getting close to the end of the school day, so hang on. Who knows what might happen here in a few minutes? But
really, like I'd say, Mr. Stein has kind of inspired me to be a PE teacher. That's
cool.
something that I had in mind, but I'm just not exactly sure yet.
Sure. Well, you got to start somewhere. That's not a bad thing. Yeah. How many college classes have you taken so far this year, or through your high school career?
I think I took 2 my sophomore year, and I'm taking 2 now. So.
Well, good. So, 2 now. Do you have any next spring? Maybe a few. I think you have one. You have comp
maybe.
2. Yeah, for sure. So you'll have somewhere around 20 hours before you walk across stage, and that'll be great to take with you if you decide to go the route of being a teacher. And so it's a good profession, and good people like Mr. Stein that are good mentors to help you on that journey as well. Well, as we near the end of the podcast, is there, as you started as a freshman, you were shy, and you have definitely come out of your shell a little bit. Are there any other words of advice that you might have for that freshman Carlos? Anything you might give him if he was to redo it again, and some words of wisdom?
I would just say to try new things and spend time with your friends and go to all the events.
Yeah, go. Some of my favorite memories of watching all of you guys is sometimes the volleyball games when you get into it, or cheering for the girls in basketball, and all the boys are up there and dressed and having a good time. So I agree. I think getting involved is very, very key. Well, as we end this segment, last thing, anything you'd like to tell the listeners before we wrap it up?
Not really. I don't have much.
Nothing else, huh? Nothing else. Okay. Well, I will. I'll leave it at that then. Good shout out to your mom. I'm glad you finally introduced her because she's a good lady. Yeah. And shouting out to your 3rd grade teacher in Salina. So that's great. Well, everybody, hopefully you enjoyed getting to know Carlos a little bit more. And next week we will be on the docket. Let me check to make sure. Jace will be on the docket next, and so it'll be a great chance to visit with him about him and his future. But we'll see you next week on the 393 Legacy, a Gorilla podcast. Have a great week, everybody.